Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and my husband Peter and I have been foster parents for almost 2 years. And I make weekly videos about foster care, so make sure to subscribe if you are not already. Today, I am so excited to make this video. About this time last year, I took a foster parent course to help with the ongoing foster parent training that's required, and it was also a topic I was super interested in. I am making this video during nap time, and now the boy is up. I was really hoping he would not get up, so I may have to take this video elsewhere. Okay, so now I've changed locations and I am outside. Hopefully my voice will not travel and the boy will stay asleep now. I tell you what, this hour time change has really messed with him. And yes, it is November and I am outside in short sleeves. Crazy. This is apparently one of the last warm days before we get to the cooler weather, and I feel like it should be cooler weather because today I am excited to talk to you about the top 10 things you can do to reduce holiday stress and create memories. Now this is going to be helpful for honestly any family, but this is especially geared for families with kids from trauma. So this time last year I took a course by Jill Rippy, and I'll leave some of her contact information below. She's a foster parent herself. She works with NIAP, which is the National Youth Advocate Program. She does some YouTube videos, she has a blog, and this course that I took last year, it was online on Zoom, and I think there was 200 people, and it was a 3-hour training, and honestly I could have just listened to her keep going. It was so informative, and I wanted to make a video honestly right then about the information, but I figured I should probably make it through a whole holiday season before I feel like I was qualified to talk about it. So we were placed with the 3 kids that are in our care still almost 2 years ago, but we were placed right after Christmas time. So last Christmas was the first Christmas season that we did, and even after hearing this course, I still made some mistakes that definitely could have been avoided. And so I just want to share this with you and hope that it really helps you to create wonderful memories with your family this year. Okay, so my battery ended up dying, and it actually probably is a pretty good thing for you because I realized I was going into a lot of detail explaining these 10 things, and you may not want to watch that long of a video. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly read the 10 things to reduce holiday stress, and then just share some of my key takeaways that I had. And please leave in the comments below some of your takeaways and things that you have found to be super helpful when helping kids from trauma through the holidays. Okay, so as a foster family, number 10 was to prepare for the Thanksgiving to Christmas influx of kids. Maybe just get a bedroom ready, and let your foster care specialist know that you are open to possibly taking another placement during this season. Number 9, to acknowledge your own stress. Number 8, to recognize the grief of your children. Number 7, anticipate the behavioral changes. Number 6, to learn the family traditions of your foster kids. Number 5, to keep gifts simple. Number 4, get your kids involved and help them to be thoughtful and participate in giving. Number 3, utilize your supports, make maybe other friends with other foster families. Number 2, be prepared. Get ready so that way you can enjoy the holiday season. Number 1, togetherness. You might not do all of this perfect, but just to really focus on intentional time together. So maybe for you, that's gonna be just each evening watching part of a Christmas movie, or one night a week taking time to do something special. Maybe you're making cookies, maybe you're gonna go look at Christmas lights with a cup of hot chocolate, and just different things like that, just to create those memories. So that is I dropped my paper. That is a quick overview of how to reduce holiday stress. And the main takeaways that honestly took from this, to make your life easier, was just to be prepared. Don't save everything for the last minute. Do your shopping now. For Jill, who was leading this course, she said that by November 1st, she had her tree up, and by December 1st, she had all the gifts wrapped underneath the tree. Now, our tree is not up yet. I did actually try to ask Peter if we could put our tree up last weekend, and he's like, it is too early. He's more of a traditionalist. After Thanksgiving, that's when the tree can go up, just to be able to fully enjoy Thanksgiving before we go on to the next holiday. And then we actually, though, have already purchased all of the gifts for the kids, and we are keeping it simple this year. Even after this training last year, I thought I was keeping it simple. I ended up actually really paring down the gifts that I had already bought. I would save things throughout the year, and I would get them, and I'm like, oh, they would love this, they would love that. Oh, there's such a good deal on this, I gotta get that. And there was too many things. So even before Christmas, I ended up just like giving them stuff. Like, it wasn't like a Christmas gift and never wrapped, it just like happened to show up in the playroom. And then even with that, we still had way too many things, and by the end of opening gifts, they were done. They were toast. And the suggestion that she gave is to have like 3 or 4 gifts and stocking stuffers. And that's what we're doing this year. We already have 3 gifts for each of the kids, and I haven't wrapped them yet, but I'm planning on doing that this weekend. And I will not be putting them under the tree December 1st. I probably, though, this year will try to have them out at least the day before, if not a few days before Christmas. I think, you know, we thought this magical moment of, you know, when you go to sleep on Christmas Eve, there's no gifts under the tree, and then Christmas morning you wake up and they're magically there, and that's what I grew up with, and I loved that feeling. But for our kids in care, like, it's too much for them, and it was so overwhelming. And then of course they didn't have time to like really process the gifts, and of course they just want to open the really big ones. And if they are out just ahead of time, they can see them, they can know, oh, that's what I'm getting this year. Although they don't know what's inside, they at least see it. Why I'm not putting out December 1st is because we still have a 2-year-old, and he will probably unwrap all of the gifts. And honestly, the girls, you know, they might try to sneak, and especially in the middle, and, you know, open ahead of time too. So a couple of days before, I might be able to monitor that. At least a day before, I do plan on putting them out. Something different that we did not do last year. And another thing is to watch the children and to get ahead of their behavior. For you need to make sure that your stress is low as possible, so that way you can help the kids. And if you are at a family gathering and you can see that their emotions are escalating, even if it means that like you have to disrupt, you know, what's going on, maybe just take your kid aside and say, hey, do you want to go read a book? Or hey, do you want to go play with that new Lego? And just take time to connect with them. Also give them permission to, you know, maybe go to their room, and if you have the availability, to host yourself, because at least that's one more normal thing in their routine. They're used to your house, and then they can go to their space. But even if you're in another home, maybe work out like, hey, can they go in Sally's room if she's, you know, needing to just calm down, and that way she can close the door and it's quiet for her. So maybe just setting up something like that ahead of time, and they can use a code word, and maybe they can go in there and maybe watch a movie, or just, you know, play with toys or read some books. And if you can be with them, that would be even better, because they're gonna be able to regulate more with you. Obviously, holidays bring up a lot of stress. The kids obviously are gonna wonder, like, oh, when am I ever gonna go back to my family, or am I going back to my family? Or if they are a permanent part of your family now and you've adopted them, maybe they might be thinking, oh, what about my family? What are they doing today? And, you know, it's just, whew, like, it's a lot, and it was a lot last year for us. And this year I think it's going to be probably even more because it's now a whole other year has passed. I want to encourage you that if you have, you know, bio kids in the home as well as foster children, to make sure to treat them equal, and to, if you give your child, you know, 2 nice gifts, give the foster child 2 nice gifts. So that's why this year we have focused, and we have just done 3 gifts each, and it sounds so hard, and it's already so hard because like we ordered these actually mid-October. We got all their gifts, and already I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, oh, but I could get that. And we also are doing stocking stuffers, so I'm like, can I fit that in their stocking? But I realized too, like, I'm trying to keep it, you know, minimum, and it's hard because like I'm a giver and I love giving, but also realizing that it's overwhelming for our kids. And so it's not about you, it's about your kids and what is going to best serve them. So you know your kids, you know what is going to maybe be a trigger for them, and maybe you don't know because maybe this is the first time you've walked through a holiday season. And to ask them, like, hey, like, what did you guys do, you know, during the holidays? Oh, you made cookies? You know, and that's something we've usually done before. So yes, let's decorate some gingerbread cookies. With keeping gifts simple, you know, one thing that she had recommended is like something you want, something you need, something you wear, and something you read. So during this training, it was either Jill or someone in the comments had said, you know, baby Jesus, he only got 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And so if that was good enough for baby Jesus, then, you know, 3 gifts is good enough for us. And so that's, you know, something that she had done, and I think that hopefully this year it won't be so overwhelming. The price that she had given on like dollar amount to spend on each child, which obviously every family is going to be different and what they can afford for each child. Every family's gonna have a different number of children. There's different life experiences. But the number she gave was just, you know, to have an idea on like how much should I spend on the child or all this stuff. She recommended $150 for each child. Now I don't know if that included the stocking stuffers or not. But again, like, you know your family, and to, you know, think about that. So that's about pretty close to what we have stuck with this year, and I'll let you know later how it goes. I think again, just having 3 gifts, they're gifts that I know they'll enjoy, and they will be able to play with them, and it won't be so overwhelming to open that many gifts. Now, I am also trying to teach giving, so I'm having the kids, you know, also buy gifts for the siblings. So it will be more than 3 gifts that they are opening on Christmas Day, but it will be 3, you know, from us. So I think we're just gonna be focused, you know, this year on, you know, opening the gifts and then playing with the gifts and just time together, because that's honestly what the holidays is about. It's easy to make it all about stuff, and the kids sure want to make it all about stuff and sugar and all those fun things, but really it's time together and the memories that are created. So I hope this video helps you to reduce some of your holiday stress. Get prepared early, so that way during the month of December, you know, you can really just be intentional with the everyday little things. And if you're like, oh yeah, sure, we can go out tonight and look at Christmas lights, because oh yeah, I don't have to wrap Christmas gifts because I've already done that. And so just, you know, spend time with your family. So I hope you liked this video. Please leave your other ideas in the comments on how to reduce holiday stress in your family. This year already, just honestly talking about this is getting me a little bit anxious because last year, like, it was our first year going through it, and even with this course, and I still implemented some things from that course, there was still a lot of hard and a lot of emotions that came up. And just to be aware of that, and to recognize that it's okay for these kids to be sad. And if you're seeing that, it's okay to call it out and be like, hey, looks like you're really sad right now. Like, what's going on? And listen to them and get past that, and then be able to enjoy, you know, the time together, or just maybe you need to sit in the sadness, and that is okay too. They're going to be missing their family. They're going to be thinking about their family, and how can you be best prepared to help them walk through that? So I hope that this was super helpful. Please subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.